Hey everybody, it's Sharmel. Welcome back to my channel. So today I am back with another retwist in style video. Y'all, these boho looks got me in a chokehold. So today I'm going to show you guys how I do this really simple and easy braided boho bob. I love the way that this look turned out. So let's get right into it.
The sun shines on all of my glory. My flaws don't look so bad at all. What was I so afraid of?
So per usual, I am starting with freshly washed hair. I also went ahead and moisturized my locks with some oils. You guys know the routine by now. So my last retwist in style, I did those long boho twists and I love that style, and I knew I wanted to do a variation of that style again. So I'm going to be using the same hair that I used for the previous style. It is this kinky curly hair that I've been cutting off of an old wig that I had from like a year or so ago. Y'all get resourceful. To retwist my hair, I'll be using the Style Factor Lock Booster Loctician Gold. I didn't have much left, so I'm also using some of this Talia Waheed Lock It Up. So first, I'm just going in and doing like a standard retwist. You guys have seen me retwist my locks several times, but I retwist to the right and I do a combination of a locksmithing and a palm rolling, and then I go ahead and clip it with a clip. So if you guys are new here, this is actually my second set of locks. These are actually Loc Extensions that I installed 4 months ago now, and y'all, I'm still getting used to retwisting this set of locks. First of all, I have more locks now, so it takes a little longer. Plus, like the first 4 to 5 inches of my locks, it's my real hair, and so they're still really soft and going through the locking process. So yeah, I feel like retwisting has been taking me a while, but I'm sure it'll get easier over time. So originally for this look, I was gonna do a 2-strand twist bob. Y'all know those are my favorites, but I've never done a braided bob before, and yeah, I wanted to do something different, and I thought it would be quicker. It really wasn't. But I'm taking 3 locks at a time, and I'm basically just going to do a standard plait. So I'm taking those 3 pieces and I'm just going to braid them together like you would do a regular braid. As I'm braiding, I do try to make sure that I don't unravel like my retwist, but yeah, I'm just braiding them together, and then I'm going to start feeding in some of that curly hair as you see here. To feed in the hair, I'm just going to place that piece of hair in between 2 locks with one end shorter than the other, and I'm going to just begin to braid like usual. And then once it's nice and secure, I'm going to pull out the longer piece of hair and just clip it out the way, and then I continue braiding like normal. I ended up feeding in 2 to 3 pieces per braid, but honestly, you can do as many or as little as you want. I wanted it to be boho, but I didn't want it to be like too much to manage. So yeah, only did 2 to 3 pieces, but I do think that this would be really pretty if you fit in more pieces of curly hair. But per usual, do what you want to do, what you feel comfortable with. And so I only braided like halfway down, as you can see here, and then for the second half of the braid, I'm just going to twist it together, and then I'm going to create like a knot like I would do like with my 2-strand twist bobs. And I don't know, I felt like it would be easier to create the knot with twist instead of trying to create a knot out of braids, so that's why I twisted the ends. But honestly, you can do what you want to do. You can braid it to the end and then create your knot, or you can do how I did. But yeah, I fold the braid up to my desired length and then wrap the end pieces around to create the knot and secure it with a rubber band, and you should have something like this. It's honestly super simple. Like, I don't even have much to say for this tutorial because it's just as simple as plaiting your locks together, with the exception of feeding in like the boho pieces. As far as like my parting and how I kind of kept it symmetrical, I kind of altered off. So for one braid, I would do 2 locks at the top, 1 at the bottom, and then for the next braid, I would do 1 lock at the top, 2 at the bottom, and that's kind of how I kept my parting kind of straight and symmetrical. But honestly, the parting is also going to depend on just your base, your grid, however your locks are structured. And then y'all, I also decided to feed in like some blonde pieces. If you've been keeping up with some of my lock updates, I told y'all I've been having the itch for some color, but with this this set of locks, I did kind of promise myself that I was going to try to stay away from the hair dye this time around. But one of my subscribers recommended that I feed in like some colored curly hair for these looks, and I thought that that was a great idea, so shout out to you, girl. So I ended up just feeding in some little blonde pieces to kind of scratch that itch for some color. I don't know if it really did it for me. I don't know if it made me want color more or just made me not want it altogether, but I do think the little highlights were cute. The texture of the blonde hair was a little different than the other hair, but I made it work. And yeah, I feel like once I was finished and it was kind of all blended together, it was still really cute. And so here is what we're working with after all of the braids are in. I ended up doing a side part. And so now I'm just going to trim the hair. So obviously you guys can see that those curly pieces are a lot longer than my bob. So I'm just going in with some scissors and just kind of evening it out. I also went in and kind of layered some of the curly pieces a little bit so that it's not too flat and it still gives shape. Definitely be careful with this part, you guys. You don't want to cut your locks, but yeah, I'm used to cutting hair, so it looked like I'm just cutting crazy. But if you're not experienced or comfortable with cutting hair, definitely take your time with this part. Or I recommend using just shorter length curly hair. Because I was cutting the hair off of a wig, I just kind of had to work with whatever the length was. But yeah, definitely take your time doing this part. Now I'm going to go in with some of this dew mousse. This part is optional, but I am going to just mousse the hair for a more like defined kind of look. Honestly, watching this video back, it was kind of cute when it was fluffy, and also over time, like throughout the week, the curls would naturally fluff out. But to start out, I am going in for a more defined look with the curly pieces. Also, when you define the hair, you can also see more areas that are kind of uneven and need to be cleaned up, so I did that as well. But this is how it looks when it's defined versus it kind of fluffed out. Definitely both looks are cute to me. It's all about preference and what you want, but I did go ahead and mousse down that other side. Next, I'm gonna go in with my Style Factor Edge Booster to do my edges. Y'all already know the routine, so I'm just using that to slick my edges how I like them. If you are not an edge girl, you can go ahead and skip this part, but yeah, I'm doing my edges, and I love, again, the Style Factor Edge Booster. It's like the only edge control that works for me. And y'all, this is what it is giving. Honestly, I could have went a little shorter in the back. I didn't realize it was that long, but it is what it is. It was still cute. And so lastly, I'm just going to tie it down. Usually I'll wrap my hair with my little wrapping papers, but honestly, y'all, I was in a rush. I had somewhere to go and I couldn't find them. So I just went in with my headscarf, and then I set under the dryer for about 15 minutes. Again, I was rushing, but yeah, overall the style came out so cute. I love bobs. I love this length on me. I just feel like bobs just frame my face so good, and the little boho pieces, it just does it for me, y'all. So expect to see some more boho looks this summer. I told you it got me in a chokehold. But that is going to be it for this video, you guys. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on all of my social media platforms, and I will see you beautiful people in my next video. Bye.